Hey there Minecrafters, have I got a video for you today. I just finished making my very first mod and I'd like to show it to you. I'm calling it Quantum Lamps. In its essence, it's just a variant Redstone Lamp mod. It will keep intact the vanilla Redstone Lamp, so you'll still be able to craft these guys right here with the same old recipe. Piece of glowstone and some redstone dust in this pattern on a crafting table. But when you switch around the redstone dust to the corners with a piece of glowstone still in the middle, you're going to get this guy here. As you can see, it's quite different because it has a different texture, and I'm calling it a quantum redstone lamp. From here, things get a little bit more interesting. With this mod, you're also going to be able to craft what I call paper labels. And you can see that it's just a piece of paper with design on it. And the way you craft these is you use paper and a piece of redstone dust, and you try to, well, shape out the label that you need for the letter, number, or punctuation mark that you want to craft. And as you can see, there is quite a lot of these paper labels. We have the entire alphabet, 10 numbers, and 13 punctuation marks. So it's going to be these two things that you're going to use the most in this mod. You're going to be crafting a lot of the base level quantum redstone lamp and a lot of paper labels. One of the things that was added more recently was also the ability to copy paper labels right away. So you'll take a crafting table, stick a paper label into the crafting table with a stack of paper like that, and you'll see that it starts to produce copies right here. You can click one by one, or you can just click the entire stack to get copies of that paper label. You'll notice that the original copy is still in the crafting table. That is yours. You get to keep that. This functions much like a Xerox machine, but the process is pretty much like copying vanilla maps. From here, you have two different routes that you can go. If you simply just want to get an alternate colored lamp, then you would take a quantum lamp at its base level here, and a piece of Minecraft dye, any color of your choosing, and stick it in a crafting table to get a colored lamp. And as you can see here in the lamp testing world, we have the base redstone lamp right here, and then of course all of the other blank lamps in its various different colors using the Minecraft dyes. Now if you do want to choose a letter or number or even punctuation lamp, you'll want to stick to the base level quantum lamp first. So you're going to grab this guy, or actually this one, and you're going to also include a paper label. With that, it's going to output the standard redstone labeled lamp. And if you want to get a color from here, then you're going to stick that back into the crafting table with a dye in order to get the dyed variant of that labeled lamp. Now I know that some of this may be a little bit hard to remember, especially the recipes for the paper labels, but don't worry, I got you covered. With a piece of redstone dust, a blank book, and a vanilla redstone lamp, you can craft this book here, which is the Quantum Lamp Guidebook. The Quantum Lamp Guidebook would provide you with all the information that you need in order to craft and more. For example, it'll remind you that the base level quantum lamp and the paper labels will be extremely useful in this mod, as well as the recipe to craft the quantum lamp at its base level. Furthermore, it gives you more information on the paper labels as we previously discussed, and the crafting guide. So remember that dyeing is the last step in the process here. If you want blank blocks, you can go ahead and craft the quantum lamp, dye it, and get that color. Or if you want labeled blocks, you're going to want to label it first, then dye it to get that colored labeled lamp. It also has all of the recipes for all of the letters and numbers and punctuations for each of the labels, as well as color examples, both in its off and on states for each of the lamps, so that you know which color to shoot for before crafting it so that you don't waste too many materials, and some additional information. And I should note that the book at this time can be stored in a chiseled bookcase. Now, just some fun facts for you. There is about 850 new lamps that this mod is adding to your world. Just because of the color variants that are available. You have 16 dyed sets and you have the one undyed set, which is just the base redstone level lamps, as well as 50 new items with the papers and the guidebook. Now you're probably asking yourself, well, what can I do with this mod? Initially, I created the mod just to create some nice fun signs for shops and houses and locations and stuff, as you can see here in my Diamond City build. We've got public occurrences for the news station, and then moving down towards the center of the city here, we have the medical area here with the cross up there. You got Choice Chops, you got Power Noodles, Fallon's, the Super Salon, Swatters, Commonwealth Weapons, Surplus, and I think there's even Chem I Care right here around the corner. So you can see it makes the shops and just places just a little bit more interesting by displaying names. And the great thing is that they are visible at night as much as they are during the day. Now it's all good and fun to give locations and shops funny names, but what if you want to give labels to buildings that are, well, more purposeful? You can do that too by just crafting up some lamps and displaying, well, spawn, like I have here, my spawn vault. But you can always do other things like Flower Farm or Dye Farm or Bone Meal Farm or whatever the case may be. This would be a super cool way to display your builds and just farms on a multiplayer server, for example. Using quantum lamps to give buildings and builds proper signage that light up at night and show during the day really make it that much more interesting and immersive, in my opinion. Here we got the red rocket, but just behind me we also have the Super Duper Mart, and it just looks so much better with these letters glowing in the night and how they show up during the day. And in case you're wondering, well, what else can I do with this mod? Well, you can create some pretty unique stuff, and I'm hoping that maybe some of you may create even more unique things in order to show me what you can do with my mod. For example, here we have this storage kind of guidance lighting system that will point you towards, well, the storage area of a build, and it's sequenced so that it lights up, kind of showing you in the direction that you may want to travel. And by the way, in case you're curious, this is not a arrow lamp, it is actually the V lamp on its side. Yes, you can do that. But you also may want to do more interesting things like, well, indicator lights for storage systems. Here you can see that this one's low, and if we chuck some redstone dust up in here, you can see that the indicator showing us that it's in progress or processing items is on, and eventually it will light up all of the other lamps as it fills up. Now this is a very compact light up system, but you can go even full blown by showing low status or full status as well, or whatever you guys can come up with. Now I have already thought of some fun things to add or update this mod with. Currently, unfortunately, the mod won't allow me to add my book to lecterns here, but I'm hoping that I'll figure this out and that will be a thing. It's not a major issue or an update, but I would like to get this functional at some point. I think that would be really interesting to just have the book on a lectern. Secondly, I would like to update this mod so that you can chuck these lamps in water, whether it be here or a cauldron, and have it wash the block, which would essentially remove the label and the dye, and you end up with just the base level lamp here. That way you can recraft the labels and dyes as you needed so that you don't have to keep crafting lamps. Another update that I am currently working on is being able to have alternate recipes so that you can chuck a paper label and a piece of dye with the blank lamp all at once into a crafting table in order to get the desired output much faster. And that may be coming a lot sooner than the other two, but keep an eye out for another video which will be linked to this one and will also be shown in the description of the video when it happens, and you'll be well informed of those changes. And if you want to discuss things about this mod or want to help out or contribute to it in any way, whether it be figuring out the lectern or lamp washing stuff with me, you can join the Discord to do so, and maybe we'll get this done a lot faster. Currently, I will only be posting this in CurseForge and Modrinth. Right now, the Modrinth page is currently pending approval, so it should be up sooner or later. So if you do click on that at this current time and it doesn't work, then that's why the page is still under review. And if it works, then good. That means it's done by the time you've clicked on it. But yep, if you see this mod located anywhere else, be leery of the downloads just in case. So until the next time, I hope that you enjoyed this mod, and I'm looking forward to seeing what you all can do with it. See ya!